Hello everyone, this is Jim, and for week 8 for this Windows presentation, I'm going to show you some things that you'll want to do for your PowerPoint skills presentation, which will be relating to technology's impact on business. So you'll need to create a little presentation along that topic. And one of the things you have to do this week will be to put actually the text of your speech, or actually what you would say for each of the slides, in the speaker notes area. So I'll show you how to do that, very easy to do. And I think you'll have fun with this assignment for this week. So let me open up my PowerPoint. And right here, I've got my PowerPoint opened up. So it always will traditionally give you your first slide, kind of a title slide. And you click right where it says to add in the title. So I'm gonna create a presentation on how to sell homes, just as an example. And you always get a subtitle box on your title slide. So this is where you put your name, the class section if you want. And one thing as you're working in PowerPoint, you always want to make sure you're, if you click on the View tab, that you're in what's called the normal view. The normal view will give you your main slide right in the main window of your screen. On the left-hand side, it'll show you the slides that you've got so far in your presentation, and you can easily navigate around and click on those as you want. But also in the lower portion, you'll have the speaker notes. So this is where you actually would click in to add the speaker notes for each slide. So this is where the text of your speech is supposed to go. And sometimes people on this assignment have gotten to do this, or they've overlooked this, or whatever the case might be. So make sure for each slide you've got some text relating to what you would say for that slide. So an example here on this first slide, since it's a title slide, I might be just introducing my topic to my audience. So let me just type up a sentence or two here. So as you see, you can type it in directly just like you would in Microsoft Word. It's pretty easy to do, and it gives you really a good way to put down the text that you want to have for your slides as you're maybe giving some kind of presentation. And what you can do then is you can go ahead and actually print off your slides, and you would print off your speaker notes, or you actually would print off your slides with your speaker notes, but then when you show the presentation, the people viewing your presentation will just see the slides. You're not going to see the speaker notes. So this will give you the information that you need to maybe help prompt you as you go along from each slide and need to say certain things along the way. All right, so I'm going to click on my Home tab. One nice thing as you're working in PowerPoint is it's always nice to apply a design template to your presentation. Gives a little color to the presentation and just really kind of enhances it overall, and it's really easy to do. So if you click on the Design tab right here, you can see all these different themes that become available. And you can certainly modify these as you want. So I'm just going to click on one right here. And you can see now that the theme will go ahead and be applied to all the different slides I create in this presentation. So you can see it kind of shifted the text over a little bit, but that's just part of the design that I chose. So if you want to, you can easily change this around to another one. And again, easy to do. I can do a save, and then, I can always, change it later on again if I want to. So again, not a problem in doing this over and over if you want to. All right, so I'm going to add another slide into my presentation. Go back to the Home tab, click on New Slide. Here, what you can do is it usually comes in with a standard slide after your title slide where you can put in a title. You always want to have a title for your slide. Kind of gives people a good idea of what's going to be covered in the next slide, what information. So I'm going to put a little title up here. All right, and then you can come down below and you can start adding in some bullets if you want. All right, so I've got some slides put in, and I did a right click. I want to do that, or I got some bullets put in. So you can see it's pretty easy to go ahead and select your slide as you need to. The other thing you can do, let's say you decide you want to maybe change how your slide looks, the kind of the overall format of the slide. If you want to, you can go back to the Home tab and then the Layout button right here in the Slides area. You can change this layout if you want to. So we can go ahead and in this case, I can maybe do like a two content slide. And then what this does is it allows me to put some other content in the slide along with the text bullets I've got now on the left-hand side. So if you come over here, I can click and maybe insert some clip art. So right here, I've got the clip art option. And in this case, maybe I want to put actually a clip art image of a house. So I'll search for houses. And once I get it in there, I can resize it. So very easy ways of enhancing your slides and how they look. You start working in PowerPoint. And I'll add some more text notes or speaker notes down below. All right, so, and of course I probably would put some more text down there, but I just want to give you an idea of how you might be working as you kind of go along and work on your own presentation for this assignment. So I'll do one more slide. And I think this one, I'll go back and just make it all text. Actually, let me put my title in first. All right. And again, now I'll go ahead and I'll just go ahead and make this a one content type of slide. And I'm going to center my title a little bit. So you can see you've got a lot of the same controls like you would in Microsoft Word or Excel with formatting, things of that nature. I can go in here and play around with this text if I wanted to a little bit on my title. There's a lot of different ways you can kind of work with the information you've got on your slides. I'll do another save here. One thing you want to do then typically is you'll want to consider maybe putting transitions, and I think in this time you do need to put some transitions onto your slides. So in this case, you can click on the Animations tab. Animations will allow you to not only animate different elements of your slides, but also put in transitions, which are really kind of a standard thing that you would see on your slides. You can see as I come over in the transition area, it'll basically show you how the transition is going to work as you go to that slide. And so I think it's sometimes nice to use one type of transition for all your slides. And so there's a little button over here where you can apply that one transition to all your slides. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Apply to all slides. Now if I go back and actually look at this in slide view show mode, I can actually look at how it's going to work. Let me go to slideshow mode. And you can see I got all my transitions put in. Same kind of transition for each slide, so it works out pretty well. Another useful view that you've got, a couple different views you've got for your presentations would be slide sorter view. So slide sorter view just kind of shows you your slides, one after the other in kind of a smaller format. But the nice thing with slide sorter view is you can actually manipulate the arrangement of the slides pretty easily if you want to. You can see I just put my conclusion slide in my second position, so it's very easy to go ahead and change each order of the slides around if you made a slight mistake as you work on the order of your slides. So very easy to do. I'm going to go back and notes page, basically where you can go ahead and look at the notes you've got for your slides. This is where you can print these off actually, and you see now I got my speaker notes showing up on these pages. So these are ones you can print off and actually have available to you as you actually do the presentation. So again, you'd be seeing your notes that would show up down below, and also you'd see your slide up here, but the rest of the audience would not. So again, typically you want to be in normal view as you work on a presentation. You can go ahead and add in some different elements, clip art or real images, as I did on my second slide. And also transitions, very easy to go ahead and add in transitions into your slides to make it kind of look professional as you go from one slide to the next. So I think for this week, this is all you really need to know for your presentation. So you'll make sure you get some clip art or real images in your presentation. Make sure you put in speaker notes for each slide, including the title slide. You're going to be saying some things like your title slide anyway, so make sure you do that as you kind of go through the process. And at least one or two clip art or real images and some good bullet points. A good rule of thumb on bullet points, if we look at some of my other slides I created here, there's a rule in PowerPoint called like the 7x7 rule, which means that you should never have more than 7 bullet points on a slide, and really you should have no more than 7 words for each bullet point. So if you get another problem some students run into is they get too wordy on their slides and they put too much text. And if you've ever been in a presentation where there's a lot of text in the slides, not easy to read, and it's just really tough to kind of deal with. So if you use 7x7 rule as a guideline when you create slides for PowerPoint, you typically be better off and you'll have a lot more success with the presentations you create in PowerPoint. So I think you'll have fun this week with your presentation. If you have any questions, please contact me and I will talk to you later. Thanks.